We're online now, guys. Welcome to the ARW discussion, folks. Today we're going to talk about where people's projects come from, how they come up with them, and such things as that, and what they decide is a good thing to put on a video or not. So I see we've got a nice bunch here today. We got Rusty Knox, we got David Fairbanks. Rusty Knox, go look at your email, please. Yep. We got Steve, we got Howder. Looks like the whole crew. So there's a dollar. Yeah. Oh, here's somebody joining in right now. That's Maddie. There we go.
There's Maddie. Yeah.
Yep. So,
hey, boys.
Yep. Here we go. So, who would like to tell us about where your ideas for your videos come from? Projects for that.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll go first if you want it, Harold.
Sure. Go for it, Al.
Just like this thing here. A few months ago, I haven't been in the shop all summer because it was just too dang hot in here, and I had some health issues and that. And I just started getting back into things. Now it's 50 degrees and pouring rain, so the weather's good for being in the shop. But anyway, like what prompts me to do something is I went to an auction. I bought a rotary table that I've been looking for trying to get in here, and I wanted to pick up where I left off from the tool room. I haven't used a rotary table since the 80s and 90s, so I got a big rotary table. I got a face mill and what other part? Face mill to do this kind of stuff. So then that prompts me to make a part. You know, this is a impression die. This is H13 hot working tool steel. So I was forging blacksmith tongs. I had a senior moment. Blacksmith tongs, and I was hot forging them in the press a couple of years ago, and so I made this. This is a top die, and just to make a round feature on it, nothing accurate, but just to use the new tools that I got this summer, and that's the kind of thing that prompts me to. And then I got TIG in my shop the last year or two, and I've done all my welding with TIG. So my last videos that I just put up were mostly arc welding because I wanted to get back in the swing of stick welding a little bit because I haven't done much stick welding since I retired, and especially since I got TIG in the shop. So I just was playing around with that to get in the swing of things. So those are the kind of things that influence me. I mean, if I see any of you guys or anybody on YouTube do something interesting that I want to add to my shop, then that prompts the idea of a tool or some tooling, and then I just start working on it. And I've got thousands and thousands of pictures of stuff that I wanted to make over the years, and I haven't even got to it, but mainly that's it. Just whatever interests me. If it doesn't interest me, I don't really want to do it. That's why I'm not too popular on YouTube.
Well, somebody had some momentous event happen there. How about you, Winky? What gives you the ideas?
Well, necessity without money. That's part of it. I want to build something, I don't have the tools, so I figure out a way around it. Some of it I get ideas from viewers. I don't know. Most of it's just necessity. I want to do something and can't figure out how to do it. And like a particular tool that I need might cost $1,000 or $500. I just figure out a way around it and make it.
Yeah, a lot of us do that sort of thing.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Like I got involved with these Wimser machines, and so I made a wood lathe like a metal lathe, and then Billy helped me make a CNC so that I could make the parts for the Wimser machines.
Does that help a lot? Oh,
heck
yeah. Yeah, that's fancy.
Yeah, do fancy stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
Hold that back up.
the
yeah,
lathe
hold it
itself
back
is
up.
not perfect, but it does some great work.
Yeah, now that's a lot more impressive full screen. We can see the holes and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those holes were kind of hard to cut.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess
Keeping
so.
everything centered.
Yep.
That led to another video I did on a self-centering vise. I didn't make it, but I needed a way to self-center stuff and did a little review on the self-centering vise. But that's how I get my ideas.
I got you. Let's see. How about Randy Richards? He's got his is a secret. But
It's no secret. Unlike everybody else, something that interests me. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. But I'm not going to try to just make something or do something to make a video. I don't like doing that. Times like this table saw project is, it's a passion of love type of thing, restoration is something that was in the family since the 40s, and I'm going to give it to my son-in-law. That's what it's all for. But overall, friends bring things that need fixing, and a lot of times if they have time, I'll do some videos on that. But and viewers have suggested some good things, and I've done a few projects on that. But it has to be something that interests me, and I hope it's going to interest somebody in a video. So try to make it educational along with that. And that's about it, really.
well, I've learned a whole lot watching your channel. That's for sure. Okay, let's ask Billy over there at Knox Machining.
All right. Well, most of my stuff is centered around the Makerspace, as you all well know. Tooling I can make or fix or repair. I should have videoed this last night, but somebody had dropped the MIG torch and the end of it popped off. So I had to tear down into that thing and figure out what was going on, and then found that the micro switch was busted. So I took it over to the electronics lab and unsoldered the micro switch, and then took and opened up that micro switch and found out that one of the legs on it was bent backwards. That was causing the angle of the flexure switch to change, which was keeping it always closed. I fixed that and put it all back together, resoldered it, and got the gun up and running again. People throw those things away and buy new ones for 125, 150 bucks. It took me 20 minutes to fix it, and saved the space and money, and got everybody back up and running so that we didn't have to wait for a new part to arrive. So that's some of my motivation.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, just making new gizmos like the tapping arm. I wanted to make a lot of my stuff is rabbit holes. Chasing rabbit holes, because I'm down about 4 right now. And as I knock off a project, I can come up one and hopefully get to get the final project done. So right now I've been, next project is probably working on the surface grinder and getting it cleaned up and get oil changed out in it, and get the chuck resurfaced so that I can use it for a part for the Grizzly Geo 704 CNC machine. So I'm 2 or 3 rabbit holes down on that one.
There you go.
That's what I find. I need something, and I got to go down and do this, and I go do this to do that, and eventually I get back around to it.
Gotcha. How about you, Stan?
As far as what projects,
Yeah.
I haven't really thought of anything new. I mean, I've got something else, the next best thing. I'm all done with ovens for the most part.
That was a pretty momentous project.
Yeah, I've got another one. I can't really talk about it. My lawyers told me to shut up about it, so I can't really talk about it. But he thinks it's good, and we're in kind of the patent search portion of it, which is it's a long, painful process getting through patents and patent searches and make sure you're not inventing something that's already been invented, things like that. So we're just kind of doing some research right now and some very light prototyping. It's the things I come up with are so random. I don't really, for inspiration, I don't really get inspired unless I encounter a problem, and then I think about it and think, how would I fix this problem? And you know, a lot of guys invent things that are looking for a problem. I find the problem first and then see if I can fix it. So that's kind of different.
I've seen a lot of interesting projects on your channel. Of course, the ovens were probably the best one.
Yeah, the oven's been good.
How about
hey Billy, are you there?
Billy's here?
There's $100 right there. I'll send it to you if you reach over your shoulder and reset that DRO.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see here.
How about you, Maddie? How do you come up with projects?
It's pretty easy, really. I haven't got the spare coin to buy stuff, so normally I've got to make the tool I want. Or if there's something I come across, like the other guys, if there's something I come across I want to make that interests me, then I build it. It's like these Webster engines. I got sick and tired of making tools. That's why I decided to start making a Webster engine.
There you go.
See if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll put it down to experience. And if it does work, it's a bonus.
Yeah, well, a lot of stuff I make don't work, but sometimes the second version will.
There's lots of stuff on play hidden in corners here that have been failures that I never ever showed.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see here. Hard to keep up with who's where. We've got a guy here who hasn't been here before. It's his first time. It's Journeyman Randy there. So let's ask him. How does he come up with projects?
Projects always seem to find me. So right now I got a horse trailer I'm fixing the roof on today. I'm covered in dirt. My eyes are full of dirt. Got that plastic coat on the joints, so I got to grind it all off, put new stuff. All the leather tack is getting wet. It rained all week, and so I'm doing that. I'm got two other things on the go. I fixed the evaporator finally. Did some welding on that. As always, I bought two 10-inch bench grinders, and I gotta make some parts for those. Bought some wheels.
A lot of it's making tools to make tools.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make a couple of these flanges, 3 3/4 inch. Probably gonna use aluminum. I'm lucky I have one of them, so one out of the 4 I need. So it should be fairly easy to do. Just find time. It's just a matter of finding time to do it.
I got you.
Yeah. Just, run out of time,
Yeah.
Days are getting short now. It's getting cold at night, so.
Well, let's give Michelle there. Let's give him a shot. How do you come up with your ideas?
My first idea was to check my email because I received it 12 minutes before the live. So I don't know if you sent one before.
No.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. I don't live with my emails, so I check every day. That's all. That's good. Now, talking about projects, for me, the project, first of all, has to be fun to do. Yeah? And sometimes I make projects for making videos. So I have the idea I'm gonna make a video, right? What am I gonna build? Because in fact, in my shop, I don't need anything at all. I do everything just for fun. That's all. And then sometimes I wanna make something, and then I need a little tool, right? I will make the tool, and I have more than ideas enough. I think I would like to make a tool grinder. I would like to make some kind of little press and lots of other things. Just because while doing projects, you see that in fact it would be handy to have a little press or a dedicated tool grinder or other things, and then sometimes I don't know what kind of video I'm gonna make, some kind of project, and at the end of the week I have 2 videos ready, so it just comes.
Just out of the blue, huh?
Yeah, it's just pops in, pops out. I don't know how you want to call it.
Yeah.
It just happens. Just like bozos, it just happens to. That's all. So I'm not really in search or looking for project. What the hell am I gonna make next time? I never stress about it. If I have nothing or if I don't have the time, I make nothing and there's no video. Voila.
I tell you what, your favorite little project was one I threw a bunch of scrap metal over on the table and said you're going to make a steam engine.
Yeah.
And I thought there's no way he's going to make a steam engine out of that. But you did.
But I know in advance for, let's say, 80% is going to work. Otherwise, of course, I'm not going to start. And I know I'm going to run into problems. I don't know what problems, but that's part of the fun of it. I think it's going to work. Go for it. And you see that it works. Fix problems that you encounter. And that's okay. But in fact, this also was just for fun project, of course, because what will you do with a compressed air engine? Now it's a dust collector, so it's like the model shaper build. I'm still busy on this model shaper. There will be video out in 2 weeks, I think. But the day it's finished, it will be finished and it's gonna collect dust. It's a bit like building sand castles. What the hell will you do with a sand castle? That's not the goal. The goal is to make sand castle, build a sand castle, build a shaper model, and when it's over, okay, fun over, let's make something else. And every time for yourself, you learn something, how to or how not to, or how could I do better? And that's what I think also part of the interesting thing about it. But never forget the just for fun. I think it's important.
I got you. I guess we've been through the whole lot there. Now I'm kind of on the hook.
Okay, we can go now.
Yeah. Yeah. I steal most of my ideas from other channels. You know, I've got 129 subscriptions and I watch other channels besides that. So, you know, I half my ideas are better or something I saw somebody else do and I want to see if I can't do it too. And on rare occasion, it's a tool or something that I want that I didn't see anybody else build, you know? So
I don't like to copy other YouTubers, but sometimes it's a copy because as you say, you need this tool or you want this thing or you want to try out what this other person did. Why not?
And sometimes you improve on it.
Yeah, and whenever they make their copy, everybody's copy is different from the guys before. You know,
that's nice to see.
Yeah. So you can get 100 different versions of practically everything.
Yeah. I think that's good, and then you can pick up ideas and use them for yourself.
Yeah.
That's always interesting.
Yeah, Chuck Bomarito did something kind of interesting here the other day. You know, I cast some parts for a radius turner, and then I sent them to him to do the machining.
I've seen this video. Yeah,
I've been watching that.
So he's doing it by committee. There, he asked for the people to go to the design review meeting and tell him how to do it. And I think that's genius, you know. I mean, getting everybody involved.
Yeah. That's why I left the comments. Don't do it like this. Do it this way, it will be much better. Something like that. That's not true. But indeed, I left the comment.
Oh, Dan, shame on you.
When you CNC, you don't feel your work. You don't feel your machine. You only feel your keyboard. That's all.
I can't help it.
I can understand it's fun, but it's another way of having fun than hand machining. That's all.
I'm always fascinated by CNC. That's why I built my plasma torch.
Mark, when I see this magnificent wooden legs you make, I think one of these days the dog is gonna bite in it, and so be careful.
Oh, sure.
Over here it will not happen because I don't have a dog, so really, I could make wooden things.
Well, I tell you what, I know a lot of you guys do reviews on stuff too, and my viewers didn't like the reviews. They told me the stuff I had reviewed about 30 different Chinese rifle sights and scopes, you know, red dots, and so I quit doing it. And then the guys that want reviews have been after me hot and heavy ever since. So looks like I'm going to have review videos back again.
I'm not a big fan of reviews.
No, nobody is.
Sometimes it can be really handy because maybe I'm gonna buy this thing. How good is it? And then you go to YouTube, and it's on. So that's really interesting. That's always nice.
Hey,
Huh?
has anybody seen these before?
Yeah.
Simmering?
But in bigger models, the Klop shapers from
Oh yeah, bigger would
Germany.
be better.
Yeah.
But it's self-centering, which is really nice.
Yeah.
This particular one, I'm a little bit disappointed in because the threads are too coarse, and because both jaws are moving, you don't have the leverage to really tighten it.
No, and you will never have. No, there's a big problem with the old Klop shapers. They have this system of vices, and several times the part really escape out of the vise because there's not enough clamping force. But I think it's very nice for smaller work and repetitive setup.
Sorry about that.
Everybody's air compressors on.
Yeah, there's the.
I thought that was a training workshop. Oh, okay.
That's his CNC compressor starting up.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
If I turn on my blower, well, that's right. No, I can't. If I turn on my blower when I'm using the camcorder mic, it automatically filters it out. But if I turn it on now, my unless I think StreamYard's got it set up in the backyard, in the background where it'll filter the noise out. Let's see.
I'll bet it's loud. That's what I'm putting my money on.
Yeah.
You guys hear it?
You won.
Oh yeah, we can hear it all right now.
Yeah.
You got cheated, Al.
That thing's loud.
That, okay, I just thought it would filter it out. Now, if I were broadcasting through my camcorder into the computer with the cam link, it's got the camcorder mic has got a filter in it. It'll cancel it out. I've made my videos through the camcorder, and it cancels the. I can talk and everything, and I've got that running. I got the welders running, but can't do it for this directly through the computer.
The CNC camera.
Hey, speaking of cam link, Randy, I bought one of those cam links that you told me about.
Yeah.
And the only trouble I'm having, and I can't figure out how to do it, is my camera shuts off because you're just using it in standby. You're not actually recording. How do you keep your camera turned on?
You still haven't got that figured out?
Huh? No, it never. That didn't work.
What? Well, oh, mine have a
That's the
setting I
cam
can.
link there that I use.
Yeah, yeah. Mine has a setting on the camera, and I can tell it to stay on.
And the camera just stays on, because if I sit there with the camera for like 10 minutes or something, and not recording, it'll just turn off.
Look for an auto off setting.
Yeah, I fished around for it. I couldn't find any settings. It might be something. I mean, the last time I used it, I just recorded the whole time until my memory card was full, and it worked fine. But then, in like 55 minutes, my card was full, and then it shut down again.
You may want to check to see if there's a firmware update for your camera.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah, Stan, mine never shuts off. That's in your camera, Stan. That's in your camera. This thing will keep going continuously.
We looked through the menu settings a couple weeks ago on that.
It's something in your camera.
Yeah, I've got what have I got? I've got a Canon Vixia.
Oh yeah. Hey Billy, that's what we went through on my camera.
Is that the same camera?
Yeah,
it's an R800.
That's what
I've
I
got
thought.
a Canon.
Yeah, there's definitely a setting in there, or Stan, because me and Mark fixed it.
We messed with
I
that.
have the same camera. I have
We
a
messed
Canon
with that the other day.
H600 HF.
Yeah, that's why I recommended checking for a firmware update, because it may not be working correctly in standby mode. They may have neutered it or something in your firmware.
But that cam link works great. That was a great suggestion, Randy.
Yeah, it works good.
My problem is, Stan, with the cam link, this computer that I'm using here just has a Pentium processor. So when I stream live through the cam link, it's like you can see my eyes blinking and everything is slow because the processor just can't handle it in this computer in the shop. But it's handling it okay when I'm using the built-in camera, so that's why I'm not using the cam link.
Yeah.
You need to get you an i7.
I got that in the house. I got all, but I got to bring that. I don't want to bring it out here. I've got even a better laptop than this, but if I do more live streaming, I guess I'll get a better computer.
Someone just asked, what does the cam link do? It allows you to live stream off of your camcorder.
Yeah, it's a video capture. Anything that's got an HDMI output.
I could be shooting with it right now on a live stream, and it'll take what the camera's seeing in real time, pump it into the computer, and let you live stream with the camcorder.
Or DSLR. I use it on a DSLR also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it turns any HDMI device basically into a webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a DSLR, and I haven't touched that thing in 5 years.
Man, you're all using camcorders and DSLRs and stuff. I'm sticking with my iPhones. They seem to work good for me.
Yeah, the camcorder does everything I need to do, and I've got two camcorders. One with a really good zoom that'll go out to 100 yards easy, and so I don't ever need anything else. Hey, now I hear something buzzing.
It's not me.
My fridge. It's the beer fridge.
poured down rain here today. Quiet.
I got a question for you guys. Who's got the oldest milling machine?
I don't have a milling machine.
You're out of the running, man.
Then you don't count. So I've got a 1906 Garvin.
I thought I won, but
I've got a 1906 Garvin that needs a bunch of work done to it. So
1906.
Yeah.
I'm 1988. Like an old dual.
1940s.
I think mine's in the 80s also.
I don't know how old that Swiss mill I've got is.
There's an interesting story with this mill too. So it's my chance to tell you. When I bought the South Bend lathe, the 14.5-inch South Bend, the guy said that I bought it from John. He said, I'll throw in this milling machine if you want it. And I said, well, if I have room in the trailer, then I could take both. It was far from here. It was 2.5-hour drive each way. So I brought it home, but he told me, the first time I was out there, he told me that it had been used for prototype parts made for the Avro Aero. So there's no way of knowing this is a true story or not, but I thought that's pretty cool. So, and any Canadian would know an Avro Arrow is that really advanced jet fighter plane made in the 1950s.
Yeah.
And the Canadian government scrapped the whole thing, but this milling machine was supposedly used for prototype parts. So, but it's really worn out. It needs a lot of work. It needs new lead screws, and it's got a number 4 Morse taper spindle. So I don't know.
That sounds like the machines that Keith Rucker comes up with.
Yeah.
I noticed Keith Rucker's restoring a big old bandsaw, and then I looked over on what's this guy that makes all the big angles for welding?
Fireball.
Fireball too.
Yeah.
Fireball.
He's doing one looks just like the one that Keith Rucker's got. He's
Yeah,
restoring
it's a
same.
48-inch, I think.
Yeah, it's a huge bandsaw.
The bottom wheel goes in the ground.
I've seen his first video. That thing is massive. Yeah.
It seems strange that the both of them are restoring the exact same bandsaw. That's what it looks like to me.
Well, they're both old. They're all old enough to restore. So 1800s.
You sure built a hell of a vise. That hardtail vise that Fireball made. That thing looks substantial. You see those guys trying to break it at over at the tool show?
I'm not sure.
Oh, he made a monster of a vise. That's for a fact.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that thing weighed. It was like 250 pounds or something for the vise, or more. It was some
Oh,
ridiculous.
more than that. Yeah.
Was it
Oh, no,
250?
I think he said it's
I think the
4,000.
slide just weighs 160 or 70 pounds. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
got
do
it.
you use a big vise like that for? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
For big
Yeah.
parts.
It's got like a 14-inch opening. It'll open up 14 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a monster.
I don't
Use
want
it
to work
for-
on that kind of stuff anymore.
I don't want to work on anything that big.
It's like, why do you need a long drill for drilling deep holes? That's all. I mean, it's a bit a useless question, no? Huh?
I couldn't lift big enough parts to use it.
you
No.
need a crane to put your part in the vise.
You're gonna
Yeah.
build a crane first.
Yeah.
And then you need a jack or something to tighten it.
Just look at the table or mount you have to put it on.
Oh,
You know, It's
yeah.
gonna be a 2,000-pound table.
Well, they
least-
had guys standing on the tables over at FabTech, and the other guys were tightening it because they were flipping the welding table over. These guys were pulling on it so hard. They had a load
That
cell
was
in
incredible.
there. Yeah, they had a load cell in there, and whoever got the highest score, I don't know, they won something at that show.
I think they won a set
Whatever.
of squares, I think. Yeah.
I guess
But,
I
yeah,
missed that.
that was pretty good.
I'll tell you what.
The machines are small.
I think the Fireball tool. I think he builds big stuff like that just to have the biggest. You know.
Yeah, Jason.
I mean, that's
his
good
name
enough.
is Jason.
I think that's good because
Yeah.
he's got his own style to put it on YouTube. His own big machines. You know, we all play around with smaller stuff because we don't have the room, the place to put it all. He has, so why not go for it? I think it's great.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It makes a good show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason's living the dream. Everything in that shop that you see, that's his toy shop. He
Yeah.
doesn't build the squares out of that shop. That is his personal toy shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's living the dream.
it shows in his videos. He's really enjoying what he's doing. So
Oh, he loves it.
yeah, you see it. Yeah, I think that's nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like
Any
to
of you-
watch.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead. Did any of you guys
like-
ever watch Andrew Camerata in construction?
No,
He's a one.
I don't think I've ever seen him.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's got over 1 million subscribers now.
Yeah, he's a big channel now.
I guess one of the guys escaped me because I never heard of him.
He built a castle out of shipping containers, and that's kind of put him over the top right there a couple of years ago. This huge house, the whole thing's steel, the roof's steel, everything's steel. You can't. There's nothing that'll catch on fire in there, I don't think, except for a gas can inside, maybe. There's no shingles or anything. It's just a big steel roof.
Yeah, he puts out some high quality videos. I'll tell you.
I guess I'll have to.
Machine shops.
I'll have to look him up. Does anybody actually know this old Tony?
No. I would like to know. I think everybody would like to know. Tony, if you see this, please tell us you're still alive.
Yeah, he hasn't made a video in nearly a year now.
No, he's got some family issues right now. You're not going to see anything out of him for a while.
I read in the comments of someone else's video that he mailed this old Tony and he's all right. So I think that's good news. That's good, but that's all I know. And of course, we all want to see again videos of this old Tony and of course some other great creators that we don't see anymore. I can't pop up a name, but a few weeks ago, I gotta check my list of subscribers where I did myself subscribe to, and then you see, no video for about a year or even more than a year. What's happening? Like David Wilkes, I think he's called in the UK.
Yeah,
he's doing it. Yeah, he's doing this big machining work on the lathe. Lots of tray panning, always very spectacular videos. And
he sold the shop. He sold everything, and he's working for somebody that he sold one of his big lathes.
Yeah, I know. I think I mailed. No, it was in the comments.
Like
but one day he stopped making videos and
A-Bomb's boss there, where he was at Motion said no more videos. That's why he quit working there, and he went out on his own. And that might have happened with David Wilkes. You take video and you waste an hour and paying him for fool around with a camera, you know. I mean,
yeah, probably.
Could be.
I went to visit Adam Booth back in it's just about 4 or 5 years ago, and he told me his plan was to get enough subscribers that he could live on YouTube money and quit working with somebody else, open his own shop. So apparently it's worked out.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's nice. If you can do it your way, that's the dream, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now he's got, I don't know.
And then, of course, there will always be people jealous. And you know how much money he makes out of YouTube? So what? You can do the same, though. Go for it. Don't be jealous. Huh?
Nobody gets rich on YouTube without a lot of effort.
No, I don't think so. And even if someone gets rich on YouTube, what the hell? Why not? What's wrong with it?
Very few people are getting rich on YouTube.
Yeah,
you're not going to get it from the YouTube money. You have to have sponsors,
right?
Or sell a product, or design something and sell it, or promote something that you believe in.
Patreon page and all this thing. Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, it's a total of. But if that's what you want to do, and it works, it's a dream come true. That's nice. Now, for me, I'm not interested in putting on videos because I like to make videos and I like to show a bit what I do in my small workshop here. That's it. I don't want any money from no one. So I don't want to do reviews telling you people that this product is the best because they pay me for it. No, I'm not interested. I do this just for fun. But if someone else wants to do this for money, that's okay. I don't have a problem with it.
Well, I do too.
You always see these jealous comments in the comment sections. I don't have time for it.
Will you stand,
I
Stan?
do some tool reviews on stuff that I actually buy and, paid for out of pocket. And, if I play with it for a while, use it for a couple days, get to know the features of it, whatever, and then shoot a video, and the revenue from that video helps pay for the tool, so that's about as far as I go with it.
That's
Yeah,
exactly.
why not? I have absolutely no problem with it. No, and even if you make a fortune out of this video, that's good.
I'd like to know
Before
how long these things lasted. I see guys review it when it's new, and then I'd like them to come back, later on and say, well, 6 months in, this thing burned up, or I've been using it for a year for industrial use, and it's still going, something like that.
I send it back because it doesn't work
people ask me a
anymore.
lot how things held up over time, and I'll answer them. It's pretty interesting. I mean, a long time ago, I did a repair on an old Bosch rotary hammer, and I am still using that old Bosch rotary hammer. That thing's a total of 12 years old, and we use it 2-3 times a week. It's drilled an awful lot of holes in concrete. I don't think that thing's ever going to give up.
I had a horrible fright rotary hammer. I used it 3 times. The third time it burned up.
My
That
exhaust,
means it was not a Bosch, because I also have a Bosch here. And as Stan says, it just keeps on going. It's a wonderful machine.
Well, it's interesting. I think the oil in the gear case has gotten thick or something. When you pull it out of the box and go to drill a hole now, at first it didn't do it. It drills right away, but it doesn't hammer. It just, you got to let the gear case kind of warm up and run it for a little while. Then it starts banging on the concrete, and then she starts going. Then it'll start drilling through that concrete. But when it was new, it would hammer right away. But I think
mine is a really old one, and when you press the button, it just goes. You see, not like these modern machines with the frequency driving. So every time you press the trigger, you have a shock. And if the machine blocks in a wall or in a piece of steel, it doesn't stop. It breaks your arm, or it breaks the drill or whatever. The number of drills I broke with that machine, and that's why I don't like too much to use it. But sometimes it comes in really handy, but you have to use it 2 people. And then you put a pipe on the handle, and the other guy can hold the pipe, and then you can block it. But you have really to hold it, because it's really powerful thing. And I think he's 40 or 50 years old, and I never took the machine apart to do whatsoever. It just keeps on going. Of course, I don't use it every day, because it's too dangerous.
I rebrushed the Bosch, and I turned down the commutator and cleaned it all up probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I shot a video on that, on rebrushing the Bosch and cleaning it up and getting it running, because it was throwing all. I mean, in the side of the gear case, you could see the sparks from the brushes. They were getting really low, and I just showed how to freshen them up and get them working again. But that thing's still going strong.
Yeah.
That's a good tool. My brother had a big old drill. It was all aluminum, a huge thing, 3/8 drill, and it had to have been made about 1950 or something, but it was still going.
Yeah, it's not like these plastic things they make now. There's not even a motor in it, because the motor is just part of the 2 halves of the machines. It's not the same anymore.
Hey, I tell you what, the big old drills like you're talking about there, Harold, they're kind of dangerous because they coast. I mean, they got such a gear reduction on them. You're drilling, and if the drill hangs, it doesn't stop.
It'll break your arm.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem I have with mine. Yeah.
Hey, Winky, have you got your kits all made up now for the Windhurst machine?
My what?
Your
Yeah,
kits.
I got the kits made up.
You show these guys a link to find them and buy them?
I haven't had many sales.
Well, you need to advertise it. You're on here. You can show us the link to the site you're selling them on.
Ah,
You put him on the spot, Harold.
yeah, put me
Yeah, I
on the
did.
spot.
I can't help that. I'm that way.
Yeah. I don't have the link handy. I can find it.
All right. Well, maybe next time.
All right.
But if you guys got a product to sell or something, when you're here, this is the place to promote it.
Well, I closed my eBay store. I got time. I don't know if you guys sell anything on eBay ever, but they've changed the way you get paid now. They're trying to cut PayPal out of the picture.
Yeah.
And now now eBay's getting real grabby with the money. So I was just hemorrhaging money on the Anchor Lube sales. So I closed my eBay store. But my Anchor Lube has been on my website forever, but no one ever goes there because I never talk about it. But it's actually cheaper on my website than I was selling on eBay because there's no eBay fees there.
Yeah.
So it's barzeindustrial.com. You can buy Anchor Lube in 2-packs there. The price you see is the price you pay to your door in the continental U.S.
I've noticed they've changed the way they're accepting payments now. I have not investigated that. I don't sell a lot on eBay, but
eBay used to own PayPal, and now they don't. And now they want to keep all the money for themselves. So they want you to link a bank account directly to eBay.
yeah,
and I'm not willing to do that. They're already under my skin enough as it is.
Yeah,
They're not doing PayPal at all.
They will not accept. No, they will not pay out via PayPal.
Hey,
I don't know. I'm sure you can still pay with PayPal.
Yeah, you can pay with PayPal.
Right.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've not sold anything on PayPal or on eBay and
PayPal was a part of eBay in the beginning.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of products, any of you guys, of course, we all buy products, whether we sell and make things for YouTube or anything. But anybody experiencing getting any, shortages as far as steel or from your local, wherever you get it, like Amazon? Like I buy a lot of tools and little things or stuff for the house at Amazon, and I'm finding that there's only one. Like for instance, I got a '74 AMC Hornet as a winter car that I use for around here in the winter, so my new van doesn't rust out. So I buy winter wiper blades. They only had one, and it was, you can't beat it. It was $5.79 each, and it's like $12-13 in a local parts store. So they had one. I waited 2 weeks for it. I get it, and that's it. They're out, and then the new ones that come in were twice the money, $11.95 each. Same as the parts store. So
we're having all kinds of
shortage on that, and I'm finding that with everything, like bolts or nuts or vitamins on Amazon or whatever. Everything seems to be hurry up. There's only where I never had that problem before. But I'm wondering, like where you get steel, or if you go to buy a drill on MSC, or is it on back order? Because there's supposed to be shortages like this starting. I know prices went up too, but that's everyone's complaint. But I'm just wondering, anybody having a big problem with that?
We're having all kinds of problems with electric motors, with light fixtures, with electronic components, even the ovens. The little, there's so many buyouts on those ovens, and you rely on every single one of your vendors. And if any one vendor can't get you the parts, you don't have a complete unit. So we're dealing with shortages on everything.
Yeah,
I got one job. I've been waiting on a 125 catalog model light fixtures from Lithonia Lighting, catalog model, for 4 months out of Texas. I can't get light fixtures.
I just bought 2 high bay LED lights, 22,500 lumens. And Jesus, man, that's $100 each. So I should have bought 10 of them.
Yeah, I bought a really high-powered LED light, for the outside for the driveway. I think it's about 4,000 lumens or something like that. It really is twice as good as the street light I had out there before.
Yeah.
I hope it lasts as long. That street light lasted about 25 years.
It depends the price you paid for it. This is the same with solar panels, electric solar panels. There's several models, and if you buy the cheapest ones, you just have the cheapest ones. That's all. And then officially they're almost the same. They're not the same. Don't be afraid to give a bit more money, and your solar panels will last 20 years. It's about average. And these cheaper ones, after 5 years, they game over. So it's what you pay for it. That's all. And I think it's for everything. For tools is the same. You need a good tool. Don't buy it on Amazon. You need a tool that you're gonna use once a year. Buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit obvious. You have the quality always in relationship to the price. Not even always, because sometimes you say, okay, I'm gonna pay double. I will have double quality, and that's not true. But you have more chances.
Yeah, I don't know. I do a lot of online shopping, but there's things you can't buy online, like clothes or shoes, because they're all made in that place overseas that that YouTube don't want you to talk about. And the size stamped on them has got jack all to do with the size it is.
Not even close.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I had some shoes I bought from Cabela's, and I really liked them. They were called Shark something or another, and I went through water and mud and crud and blood with them for about 3 years. I never had 3 years out of a pair of shoes. So I went back down there to buy some more. They were size 9.5. I got some 9.5, and they were too big. And then I got another box of 9.5, and they were like 8.5 or something.
Yeah.
I had a hard time finding the same size shoe, no matter what it said on it.
I think this is the same problem for everyone. It depends which makes it is. That's all. That brand has bigger sizes for the same number, and that's all smaller. That's all.
Yeah, I tell you, I haven't seen any stores, of course, with empty shelves like you see on YouTube or whatever. But there are things that are harder to get. It takes a little longer.
I've been finding there's a lot less choices in some of the material I wanted to buy and things like that. The choices were really diminished. And
anywhere you go,
you're gonna
they
wait.
sell you exactly the same. It's it becomes a standard. You go check online several websites, or you go outside, watch in the stores, and you find the same stuff in different stores, and you want that one specific thing doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I've been trying to buy a little LCD touchscreen for a project, and I went on this one spot, SaneSmart, and they've got all kinds of them listed there. And every time I find one's right, it says discontinued, discontinued. It's like almost everything in their stock's discontinued. Now that
I'm looking for metric 2 threaded rod, very small, 2 millimeter. Yeah. Now the smallest you can find over here is 3 millimeter. I need 2.
Well, you may have to machine
but I like to go outside to the store and give my money to someone that lives here, that works here, and makes him live. You see what I mean? I like more give my money to people that work here than online to who knows who. It's not that I don't like the people online. That's not the story. But what was I'm telling? 2 millimeter, and then over here can find. And online I can find, and it's gonna cost me about €10. Depends
Yeah.
a bit. And the cheapest I could find was in Germany. Now, Germany by car from here is a 2 hours drive, and you're in the west of Germany. Can go further. So that's not really far away. It was a bit more than €1 for a piece of threaded rod, and they asked €99 for shipping. That's gonna be expensive for for a bit of threaded rod. I don't get it. And then you say, oh, maybe it's a mistake on this product. You know, sometimes people type wrong things. I'm very good at typing wrong things. So you're gonna check some other dimensions and some other quantities. And no, it's always this 90 or €99 for shipping coming from Germany.
That sounds strange.
Yeah, it's a bit out of square. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
shipping
you're-
costs are getting ridiculous right now. They're really high.
Terrible.
So I would like to make myself a lead screw for my model shaper in 2mm rod. But my lathe, I don't have the change gears for it. So I don't have the right gears to make a 0.4mm pitch. So I have to be inventive, and I don't know yet. I will cross that bridge when I get there, but I'm not there yet. So it's almost finished. 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an idea. You know, Stefan Gustfeder over there in Germany, send him a note and ask him what it cost him to send it to you. He might just sit down a machine you want.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Around here, you gotta order volume. If you go in to get one oddball thing, you need to pay for 20 things to come in, and then
That's the problem. I mean,
yeah.
250mm of rod, about this length, yeah, a bit less than 1 foot, and the total cost, let's say in US dollar, will be not even $1. Now, okay, it's a bit a special item. Let's say 150.
Yeah, I buy sometimes some small
I
connectors.
need only one, so of course the price of shipping is gonna be enormous.
Yeah, I buy some.
If I buy 10 different items and also this one little rod, then the price will be almost nothing, no problem. It's not that I don't want to give these $10. That's not the point. I can pay for that, but it's the idea behind it that's a bit out of.
I need
That's
to replace
why my shop is so well stocked. To avoid that high shipping, I just buy a whole bunch of.
Yeah, but I don't need it. You see, I'm not interested in buying lots of stuff that I'm never gonna use and that's gonna rust here. So,
Right.
I need to order a screw for one of my face mills. It's $1.85 screw, but I can only find it from MSC, and they want like $15 or $18 to ship the thing.
yeah, well, it's exactly the same problem. Yeah.
Your threaded rod is $3 at McMaster Car. I just looked.
Yeah,
That's far away. Maybe not for you, but for me.
Well, the shipping. Here we go with shipping again. The shipping would be a killer.
Yeah, of course.
You probably pay $40 or
And
$50
especially
to get
if
it to you.
it comes out of the European community, then it's still. We are gonna have this customers problem, so they're gonna open the package, check if you can make weapons out of it, because that's the story behind it. Nobody's telling you this, but can you make terrorist things with it? Oh no, it's for model making. Okay, put it back in the box. But that costs you a fortune. You pay these guys, of course. Huh?
Yeah.
all right. I think we're just about just about there. So
Okay.
I'd like to say thank you for all you guys for showing up here to talk to us, and all of you guys that showed up to listen, make comments. I appreciate it. Bring your brothers and your cousins and everybody else next time. Okay? Thanks,
for tuning in,
everybody.
everybody.
I'll try.
Bye.
Yeah, see ya. Thank you, guys.
Bye.